Hello and welcome to House News. In this episode, we will present to you the latest information coming from the House of Representatives of Indonesia. And now, here are the headlines for today. The Indonesian Child Protection Commission recorded over 3,000 cases of children's rights violations in 2023, with half of these cases occurring within schools institutions. The House participated in meetings of the 18th sessions of the Conference of the Parliamentary Union of the OIC member states in Abidjan, Ivory Coast. The Indonesian Parliament strongly condemns Israel's violation in Gaza, calling for immediate international actions to protect the lives and the rights of civilians. The government, through the National Energy Council, updated the national energy policy and revised the target for new and renewable energy share from 23% to 19% by 2025. In Indonesia, the holy month of Ramadan is not just a time for fasting and prayer. It is also a time for unique habits that brings communities together. Commission 10 of the House emphasizes the importance of collaborations between the Ministry of Education and all stakeholders in educational institutions to address the issue of bullying.
Member of Commission 10 of the House Ferdiansyah requested the government to conduct an evaluation of bullying cases in schools, including observing the causes, impacts, and sanctions for perpetrators and also supporting victims. This can be achieved by building effective and intensive consolidations between the government and school institutions. The role of guidance and counseling teachers should also be maximized to support the recovery of bullying victims.
Mengundang para kepala sekolah dan juga guru seluruh Indonesia perwakilannya untuk dilakukan konsolidasi terhadap masalah perundungan ini. Ya, artinya apa? Apa yang bisa dilakukan untuk meminimalkan masalah? Kalau untuk menyelesaikan masalah saya rasa memang masih sangat sulit, tapi meminimalkan masalah jangan setiap hari terjadi, setiap minggu terjadi, akhirnya persoalan itu akhirnya membuat masyarakat, orang tua itu merasa was-was apabila anaknya menuju ke sekolah. Dan ini terjadi berulang kali dan hampir di setiap jenjang dan juga di setiap daerah.
Furthermore, Ferdiansyah demands law enforcement institutions to impose sanctions or penalties to give deterrent effect to the perpetrators. Andini Antedi, TVR Parlemen Report.
The 18th sessions of the PUIC conference discussed Islamophobia and discriminations against minority Islamic groups, highlighting the issues faced by Muslims in Myanmar and Uyghurs in China.
Member of the Committee for Inter-Parliamentary Cooperation of the House, Hu Guo, believes Islamophobia can be resolved through strengthening interstate dialogue. In addition, lack of understanding of Islamic values is a major reason for discrimination. Hu Guo further mentions parliaments of OIC countries play a role in preventing discriminations by facilitating dialogue with countries prone to Islamophobia.
Pertama adalah menyangkut masalah perbedaan cara pandang tentang budaya Muslim yang ada di Eropa dan Muslim yang ada secara mayoritas di negara-negara Arab dan Asia. Bagi cara pandang Eropa yang liberal, mereka menganggap bahwa itu melanggar hak asasi manusia. Padahal ini kan sebetulnya cara pandang kultur yang berbeda. Rapat ini kita usulkan untuk perbanyak dialog-dialog produktif antara lembaga-lembaga yang ada di Eropa, terutama parlemen-parlemen yang ada di Eropa dengan parlemen yang ada di Arab dan kita semua negara-negara Muslim.
Hu Guo also proposes a study visit to Rohingya, Uyghur, and several European countries to identify the causes of discrimination and hopes to provide resolutions. From Abidjan, Ivory Coast, Akbar Prakoso, TVR Parlemen reports.
At the Parliamentary Union of the Organization of the Islamic Cooperations, BKSAP of the House urged for concrete actions regarding the protection of children and women in Gaza.
During the meeting of the Standing Committee on Human Rights, Women and Family Affairs, BKSAP of the House requested the rights of children and women be respected and also to give more protections to the minority. Member of the Committee for Interparliamentary Cooperation of the House, Fatan Subki, stated, Indonesia should take a leading role in supporting the protections of children and women's rights in Palestine. He added Indonesia should ensure the actions are taken to access clean water and education for children in Palestine.
Seperti Gaza dan Palestina, kita mendesak dan memohon kepada negara-negara Islam yang lain untuk terus mendesak Israel supaya juga dimasukin dalam kejahatan internasional, dan juga kita meminta dan Indonesia sebagai pelopornya agar hak-hak perempuan, hak-hak anak di wilayah Palestina terpenuhi secara baik, kesehatannya, air bersihnya, pendidikannya. Sehingga resolusi-resolusi yang kita hasilkan nanti bisa memberikan kontribusi bagi perbaikan nasib mereka, terutama anak-anak dan wanita yang selama ini mengalami diskriminasi dan situasi yang tidak menguntungkan di negara-negara yang dijajah oleh Israel.
In addition, the meeting of the Human Rights and Women's Commissions also emphasized children and women as subjects of development. It means gender equality needs to be strengthened to ensure women have equal opportunities and are not excluded from economic and social affairs. From Abidjan, Ivory Coast, Akbar Prakoso, TVR Parlemen reports.
After the break, we have more interesting story coming from Commission 7 of the House. Stay tuned on House News. The government has reduced the target for the renewable energy mix to make it more achievable by 2025. Responding to this, member of Commission 7 of the House has asked the government to review the net zero emission goal to ensure it remains feasible and effective.
The reductions in the renewable energy mix target is done to ensure that Indonesia can achieve the target of renewable energy goals to a more achievable level. However, member of Commission 7 of the House Mulyanto reminded the government to carefully plan and gradually work towards achieving net zero emissions to prevent a sudden rise in energy prices and avoid burdening society.
Ya sudah tentu ini kan harus kita tingkatkan terus ya, tidak sesuai dengan target-target yang kita inginkan. Namun terkait dengan target-target ini kita harus betul-betul mempertimbangkan pembangunan kita secara keseluruhan komprehensif. Jangan sampai pembangunan menuju net zero emission malah kita bisa membebankan harga energi yang mahal buat masyarakat. Baik itu listrik maupun terkait dengan migas. Nah ini yang harus hati-hati. Rencana yang terlalu cepat menyebabkan bisnis mereka juga terganggu. Karena untuk menyiapkan infrastruktur organisasi yang mapan, ini kan harus betul-betul berpikir jangka panjang. Nah itu yang sangat penting buat kita.
Furthermore, Mulyanto emphasized the need for a gradual and targeted development of the renewable energy mix to prevent unexpected shutdowns of power plants. In addition, reducing carbon emissions and promoting green energy could disrupt the domestic energy business sector. From Bali, Vincent Aldi, TVR Parlemen reports.
To address the growing concerns of misconduct in schools, Commission 10 of the House encourages preventive approach, emphasizing the need to strengthen local wisdom among stakeholders.
Member of Commission 10 of the House Nuroji mentions, minimizing behavioral issues among young people can be done by promoting local culture. This can be achieved by introducing local culture through cultural parks, cultural institutions, and museums to youngsters.
Pengembangan dan pembinaan, kemudian pemanfaatan tadi untuk pariwisata. Nah, pembinaan ini yang menjadi dasar membentuk karakter pemuda kita yang selama ini di luar pengaruh dari budaya kita sendiri. Banyak yang keluar, bukan di luar, keluar dari budaya kita sendiri. Jadi ini strategi pemajuan kebudayaan juga untuk meredam pengaruh budaya luar. Ada yaitu pembinaan, mengenalkan budaya sendiri melalui taman budaya.
Furthermore, Nuraji says one cultural aspect that reflects the nation's identity is pencaksilat, the Indonesian martial art. Introducing this art to the younger generation can educate them about sportsmanship, peace, and friendship. Pencaksilat can be an alternative for youngsters to channel their energy and leisure time, reducing the tendency to engage in negative acts. From Sleman Regency, Aang Nugroho, TVR Parlemen reports.
The Minister of Trade explains the current rise in food prices is due to crop failures in several regions caused by El Niño. The minister also ensures food inflation is still under control.
Member of Commission 6 of the House, Herman Hairon, urges the government to give full assignment to state-owned enterprises to manage national food commodities. This integration aims to help absorb the harvest and anticipate potential drops in commodity prices, benefiting both farmers and livestock producers. Herman also pointed out the coordination between relevant ministries and food-related state-owned enterprises to prevent conflicting authority within the sector.
Negara memberikan penugasan kepada BUMN untuk bisa secara permanen, simultan, kontinu mempertahankan harga di tingkat pasar yang ini tidak memberatkan konsumen, tetapi juga ingat bahwa ada juga harga di tingkat produsen yang harus kita jaga. Petani jangan sampai harganya ambruk. Kalau petani harganya ambruk juga tidak menggairahkan, tidak menumbuhkan semangat untuk terus memproduksi hasil pertaniannya, dan pada akhirnya produksi akan turun. Nah, oleh karenanya dua sisi yang harus dipertahankan. Stabilisasi di tingkat harga konsumen, stabilisasi di tingkat harga produsen, petani dalam hal ini. Ini yang harus dijaga oleh institusi-institusi negara yang diberikan penugasan.
The Logistic Affairs Agency is assigned to handle rice, corn, and soybeans commodities, while ID Food handle fishery and livestock productions. Mario and Edo, TVR Parlemen report.
When we return, we have more updates on Ramadan in Indonesia, only on House News. Ramadan, one of the 5 pillars of Islam and also the holiest month on the calendar, is an exciting time in Indonesia. A visit during Ramadan is best for those who want to learn the cultures and how Indonesians celebrate holidays with many traditions.
Indonesia, one of the largest Muslim countries in the world, has various unique traditions that can be found only in Ramadan. Expect a lot of food and a merrier atmosphere as most people are celebrating Ramadan in Indonesia. There will be crowds of families hustling to the mall to eat together, shop, or to enjoy a movie while the family is gathering. There's also always decorations and celebrations in shopping malls all over the country. Make festivities are felt throughout the country. The only activity in Ramadan month is ngabuburit. This word, derived from Sundanese, means waiting for dusk. Over time, ngabuburit has become a tradition in Indonesia to describe activities carried out to seek diversions to distract from hunger and thirst. People often group up with their friends, colleges, and families and do various activities together, or simply spend the entire evening chatting with one another. During Ramadan, the whole restaurant and eating places will be full of people when it comes to breaking the fast. It's a tradition when Ramadan arrives, they will schedule to open together with friends, family, or colleges. This is because Indonesians love togetherness, so they break their fast together with different menus in restaurants. Takjil is a snack to break the fast when Maghrib arrives. Thus, many pop-up markets sell takjil when Ramadan. This pop-up market will be visited by many people and make it jam everywhere. You can try have fun to choose the menu in the pop-up market, and you will be spoiled with a variety of foods that can only be found in Indonesia.
The length of fasting during Ramadan can vary depending on location and the time of the year, resulting in differences in iftar time around the world. Despite these differences, Ramadan remains a unifying experience for Muslims worldwide.
According to Al Jazeera, Muslims residing in the world's southernmost countries will fast for about 12 hours, while those in the northernmost countries will need more than 17 hours to endure hunger and thirst every day during the holy month. Here is the list of the countries with the longest fasting hours. Iceland has a peculiar timing, with over 17 hours of daylight per day, experienced for most of the year. The small Muslim population in Iceland has to endure a much longer fasting period. In 2018, CNBC reported that Muslims in Iceland are expected to fast for over 21 hours. Fasting in countries where the sun goes down only to show up a few hours might be surprising for the rest of the world. The example is Finland, the northern European nation where the day is longer than expected and can last for 23 hours in the summer. On average, Muslims in Finland will be fasting for around 15 to 18 hours. Muslims in Sweden have been fasting more than 15 hours a day, which is one of the longest daily periods of fasting in Ramadan. However, Ramadan brings people from different religions and cultures together in a climate of togetherness.
Istiqlal Mosque in central Jakarta will provide at least 4,000 boxes of takjil every day free of charge for worshippers breaking their fast during Ramadan this year.
The Istiqlal Mosque prepares thousands of free takjil or light snacks and rice boxes to break the fast for worshippers during Ramadan. Before being distributed, the takjil and rice boxes are inspected to ensure the quality and safety. As many as 4,000 takjil and rice box packages are provided from Monday to Thursday, and 6,000 packages on Friday through Sunday. The amount of free takjil offered by the mosque has increased compared to the previous year. The mosque has set a budget of 30,000 rupiah per package of takjil and rice boxes with complete side dishes. These food packages were safe to be consumed after passing through the examination stage. The free takjil program is assisted by 11 caterers as they don't set up a public kitchen. Istiqlal Mosque organizers aim to prevent the food from becoming stale. For people who want to visit the Istiqlal Mosque during Ramadan, it is suggested to come earlier. This is to anticipate the large number of visitors in the holy month. The mosque authority also urges parents to accompany their children in the mosque environment and to dress neatly and politely. First opened to the public by Indonesia's first President Sukarno on 22 February 1978, the Grand Istiqlal Mosque of Jakarta is the largest mosque in Southeast Asia, both in structure and capacity, as it can accommodate people of up to 120 people. Most of the Islamic celebrations in Indonesia, such as Eid prayer, are also broadcast from this mosque.
And that's House News for today. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time.